Hey y'all, it's the Costume Jeweler. Hope y'all are doing well. I don't normally post videos like this, but I'm gonna do it because a few people have asked to see the pecan trees. So I planted 3 yesterday around the Airbnb, but then today I had 71 planted by 4 other people on the east side of this property, and I'm gonna take y'all around to look at it. Right now you are actually looking at a tree I probably planted in 1999. That is a beautiful pine tree, probably my most favorite pine tree here. If you are watching for the first time, I'm the Costume Jeweler. I thrift daily for purses, jewelry, knickknacks, whatnots, doodads, and trinkets. I don't usually do videos like this, but there's an Airbnb that's going to be listed at some point, probably mid-May, for rent. And it's a beautiful place. We have a small little fire pit right here, just enough. You'll always have complimentary wood, but look at this beautiful tree right here. So if you've seen the videos, I've shown y'all videos of the home. That's the acreage looking out back. So the 71 pecan trees, I'm gonna walk y'all down this dusty dirt road to right over in this area, and you're going to see, we're going to take a look together at the pecan trees that just got planted. So they're 2 to 3 feet tall. They're really just kind of a twig, a stick. These are all a lot of oak trees out here. Beautiful oaks all out through here. But I'm going to show y'all in the yard here the 3 I planted. It's been busy, so I haven't had a jewelry sale, but I did do a live the other night of the house. I plan on having another jewelry sale and perfume bottle sale after April 15th, so I want y'all to come to that if you can. Ignore some of this trash right here. I haven't picked it up. That's my Miracle Grow potting soil bag. Had a storm shelter installed yesterday. Look how beautiful this yard is. Here's one of my trees. You can tell that I watered it very well. This one right here is called Elliott. So the 2 varieties of pecan trees that I purchased is an Elliott. There are about 16 of those. And then the remaining trees, for a total of 74, but I'll show you one that was already here for a number of 75. This is Elliott. And then the other style of pecan tree is Desirable. Here's what I'm hoping when I show y'all the land on the east side. I'll have to find somebody to mow that too every now and then. Here's what I'm hoping. We have wild hogs in this area, and guess what wild hogs love to do? They love to tear up the ground looking for grub worms. That's what they like to do. Look at that beautiful tree there. So when this house was built, these trees were already here. I didn't plant them at all. It just worked out perfectly. These right here I did plant. And I planted 2 oaks right up here. This is the other thing that's kept me busy from a live sale. Is in Texas or in Oklahoma. If you know anything about those states, most states anymore, even in Florida, you can get some tornadoes. This tornado shelter was installed yesterday. So I've been a busy bee. I have been a busy bee. Let's take a look inside this. So I could be claustrophobic. I'm not really, but I'm not going to shut this door behind me when I get down in here. Now, if there were a storm coming, I can guarantee you I'm going to shut that door, and it should open up easily from the inside. But let's look in here. This is supposed to seat 8 people. What I'm going to have to find is somebody to build a bench just around the edges. That way, there, you can sit in there. But I can guarantee you, if I know there's a tornado coming, it won't take me 2 seconds to get in this thing from right there, the front door of the house. There's no way. So this right here, my friend Rossetti, y'all know Rossetti from the sale. She lives close. She told me I should put wildflower seeds all over this mound, and I did. So I'm hoping that those grow. I'm sure, grass will take over at some point, which is fine. But it'd be nice if there was just seeds, wildflowers. So these right here, there's the seeds. So I just threw them all over the place, and then I And out here, what the good Lord grows is what gets mowed. That's what I always say. People say, are you going to lay grass out there? No. You don't do that. Not out here. Let's open this up and take a look inside. So anyway, wildflowers hopefully will grow all over this right here. But let's take a look inside at this storm shelter. So what's great about it is the door is not going to be hard to open because of that little mechanism right there that helps you out. I already hear an echo and I'm not even inside yet. So if you're ever renting the Airbnb and there's the chance of a tornado, guess what you do? You crawl right on down in here quickly. I know it doesn't look like it would fit 8 people, but let me tell you something, it'd probably hold 12. And I would much rather be inside this thing than in a house when there's a tornado. You hear that echo? Can you imagine? Sounds so different. Now what's crazy is I've heard people make these into wine cellars. I don't know why you would, but they do. Believe it or not, they do. So this is it. It's 6 feet tall. But what I'm gonna do is have a bench like built right here, all the way around the edge. And you're probably going to get comfortably 6 to 8 people in here. But I'm super excited about this. Having grown up with tornadoes, I wasn't as scared of them as I am as an adult. So, chicken, I'm a chicken. So anyway, that right there is your beautiful storm shelter, and I love it so much. It just brings such peace of mind during this time, because April and May, guess what? That's when it happens. That is when it happens. It's always fun shutting it. So airtight right there. So that was installed yesterday. Then 71 pecan trees today. So that's why I haven't had a sale, and I apologize for that. So if y'all are new to my channel, check out those thrifting videos, because that's what I really do. But I'm just taking you around. We're just gonna walk around and look around. So this bench right here, I'm gonna paint it. I think I'm gonna paint this bench yellow, and then I'm gonna paint this table white. Weatherproof, you know, kind of, they're metal. I love this bench so much. So Rossetti told me about this one at our local flea market probably a year ago, so I bought it. And then my friend Angie, y'all know It's Me Angie, she bought me a honeybee, a metal one. And I'm gonna somehow try to hang it from this tree where it looks like it's just flying in the air. Aren't these trees beautiful? So the bench is gonna go right here. And y'all have seen the thrifting videos where I tell you what I'm gonna do with all those metal flowers. So this fence right here, never had a privacy fence out here, I do now. What I'm gonna do with those metal flowers, when you see me in those thrifting videos saying, oh, I know what I'm gonna do with those. Here's the start of them. So I have some. I may end up, what do y'all think? I may end up painting these a different color. I mean, they're beautiful just like they are. And they may not need to be painted. But I'm gonna hang them on this fence and try to create a seating or a sitting area over here under these trees. But I'm gonna paint stems down from the flowers on the fence. So I'm gonna hang different flowers up, and I have a beautiful butterfly, metal butterfly that I bought that I'm gonna put there too. So that is pretty awesome. I love that. So anyway, the seating area is just right under here where you can sit here and look at the house. Pretty house, and y'all know I love red. I've told you many times I love red, and guess what color my front door is? It's red. I don't wear red. I've worn red shoes before. I'm going to show you the other pecan tree, then we're going to walk down the road. We're just going to walk around together today. So this is the beautiful Airbnb. Ignore that car over there. I love that car so much. It is 20 years old and 60,000 miles. I bought it probably 4 years ago from a lady, and it belonged to her mother, and I love it. It purrs like a kitten. And by the way, speaking of kittens, I have not seen Bob yet. This oak tree right here I planted like a year ago. Same with this one. Here's the other pecan, and look at this. You still get your butterflies out here just like you do in Florida. Get your little butterflies. And these are smaller. They're not as big as Florida. And as far as milkweed around here, I'm not sure if there is. I'm sure there's natural milkweed, not any that I've planted. So the pecan trees right now, the root is about as long as that stem right there. So the root is about as long as the stem. I put the yellow on here just so the guy that mows does not accidentally run over those. I don't want them run over. And there's another tree I planted, and I'm going to show you this other oak, or not oak, pecan tree. So this pecan tree right here was the very first one I planted. So there are 75 pecan trees out here, and sometimes I turn during a sale, I'll turn the video and things that I tell y'all into like giveaways. So I have 75 pecan trees, 75. That one right there was purchased at Walmart. And then that was probably planted about 2000, in year 2000. Over here, so I have the mow guy mow along the fence just to keep it clear and clean. Don't have any cows or horses. This grass right here will grow about 6 feet tall, usually Johnson grass. If you're from Texas, you'll know Johnson grass. And don't laugh at the sign, I painted it myself. It wasn't the golden honey color that I had expected, but it worked. So the gate, you got the honeybees on both sides. My neighbor over here, short story, I worked for her when I was 20 years old at a local state park. There's your sign. We're going to take a walk down this beautiful dirt road together. If y'all don't have anything else to do today, you can take a walk with me. I should drive y'all down this road, because when you get down this road, it's beautiful because the trees all canopy right over the roadway. The trees canopy right over the roadway. So this is why y'all have not seen me having a sale. I have not disappeared. I'm just busy with other things. So what we're gonna do is go down here and check out these trees that these guys planted. I started to do it. I did these 3 in the yard, but I decided that I did not want to be planting 71 pecan trees by myself. I could do it. I wouldn't get it done in 5 hours. But there were 5 guys here and they got it done in 5 hours, and great people. One of the last things on this property, I'm not going to show you the pond too much. It needs to be a lot of trees taken out to make it better, because the ground's so fertile out here, things just grow really quickly. So there's been little trees that's grown up, but the pond was built in 81. This right here is a mimosa. It's slowly coming out with the leaves. That's one of my favorite trees. I actually planted one. They do have them in Texas, but I actually planted one in Florida. But look how pretty it is around here. Used to hunt in those woods right over there. I did. Things are changing. This pond is a mess. So it has a lot of moss, a lot of turtles that used to have catfish. But that's the last project out here, is to get it cleaned up and back to where it was, which was beautiful. I used to get in a boat. And you know what I did? I chased snakes. Yeah. I wouldn't do that today. And y'all know gravel roads. I don't have to show you that, but it's a beautiful gravel road. And I think for the Eclipse Monday, there's supposed to be about 20,000 extra people here. 20,000 extra people. It's my neighbors over there. Big barn dominium. Here's the trees. We're not going to look at each one individually, but we're going to walk through them. We might very well do that. So at some point over here, it's about 3 acres, maybe 3, probably 3, 2.5 to 3 acres. So I planted them on this side, and I actually got 71 in there. 71, and they are spaced about 26 feet apart. Some of them towards the back are spaced a little bit. The ones in the center are spaced a little bit closer. So again, this side of the land does not grow grass as high as by the house. But let's take a look here. We're gonna see about all this. So guess what these require if anybody's not busy and they want to help me? 1 gallon of water a day for 2 weeks. So if you want to help me pour 1 gallon of water a day for 2 weeks on pecan trees, come on out. Come on out. So there's a mixture, like I said, of, it's called Elliott, if y'all want to look those up. And I bought them from Georgia. So what happens is you, they know, which region you're in, obviously. And they tell you which trees are good for your region, depending on what you're wanting to buy. And look at this, this is so funny. When people drive by here, you see all the dust from the road. And my friend from Chicago came down here one time, and we were driving down the dirt road, and she's like, what in the world is that behind us? It's dust from the road. Took her to my old high school. She saw a cow in the pasture. She's like, what is that? It's a cow. That's the difference between city and country sometimes, which is okay. So you can kind of see how they're spaced. You got 1, 2. And I know It's Me Angie wanted to see a video, but I did not inspect these before the guys left because I figure they're just fine. So this video will be out there maybe in a couple of years. We can look back out here and they're growing, hopefully. Growing real tall. So I bought them at 2 to 3 feet tall. And again, their root structure is about as long as the stem on top. But I put all this caution tape on it. The one thing I've got to do Monday, and I've got visitors coming in tonight and tomorrow, but I'm going to be out here spraying a deer repellent. It's not harmful. It just hopefully keeps the deer off this side of the land because there's a lot of tracks. Not sure what to do about the hogs. There's another butterfly. Not sure what to do about the hogs. And I hope that they don't root. They root over here already, but I'm hoping that they don't, root these trees up. So what I did too that you see right here is I put tomato planters around all of these trees. I should have been pushing those in the ground while I was talking to y'all, shouldn't I? Maybe I should have been doing things out here besides just chatting. Maybe I should push them in the ground. I think I will. I don't know that y'all are going to want to watch me do that. Let's walk these out and just look around, and then I'll come back through and push those in the ground. I don't think you want to work with me. I think you just probably want to walk around and chat. So the pond here, what's going to happen is I'm going to put a sump pump in here. So another guy that mows the pasture every now and then when it needs it dug this trench coming out right here. What we're going to do is put a sump pump in this pond. Let's hope that there's not a snake here. Oh, there's a frog. Let's hope there's not a snake. So what we're going to do is stick a sump pump right in there. This pond, I promise you, used to be pretty. Now it's a turtle pond. It always had catfish in it. Not sure if there's any catfish left. Yes, it needs to be cleaned up, but that's country life for you. That's what happens. So right here, we're going to put a sump pump in and then water all these. So guess what I'll be doing? I'll probably be back in June or July watering these trees. I'm hoping it rains tonight. I've never hoped for rain more than I do today after getting these in the ground. So if it doesn't rain tonight, guess what I'll be doing? Watering 1 gallon per tree. I'll walk the entire thing out and I will water them. I'm a big boy. I like my jewelry and purses, but I can also water some trees and do some things outside too. But the tomato planters are really nice, and I may put more caution tape on there in hopes that the animals, when they're over here rooting around, you're going to see. So this right here, see where the ground is disturbed? And then right through here, where the ground's disturbed, that's from hogs rooting, wild hogs. And believe it or not, they're better than anything in the store. Anything in the store. So that's my neighbor's place right over there. Got a huge barn dominium. And then a 6-acre pond. It's not full yet, but a 6-acre pond. But you can kind of see what I did. I did 3 rows. Right along the fence. Right there in the center. Right there on the other side. And then back here's where I started staggering one right in the middle. So you're going to have 4. And then you're going to have 1 in the middle. Why did I do this, you ask? Well, I don't know about other states, but Oklahoma and Texas has something called an ag exemption. And you have different options you can do. You can do honeybees. That require somebody to take care of them yearly. And I love honey. We used to have honeybees. But it's an ag exemption, so what you do is you plant. They require, if it's a non-irrigated orchard, which means Mother Nature waters it, you have to have 70 pecan trees. And I planted 74 for a total of 75. That one big one I showed you just earlier in the video. That's what I did. 75. And you're going to see some Indian paintbrushes out here. So look at that dust on the road out there. It's just funny to me because a lot of people don't realize that's just sandy soil out here. So when people drive by, it looks like smoke. So everywhere you see the yellow caution tape is a tree. They did this in 5 hours. So this one might have some budding on it. You're going to kind of see it right there. Today it's about 72, 75. Very nice. Wonderful job. Looks like they found all of the caution tape. Planted those trees. And the land is very fertile, so it's always a lot of work. Not me, hire it done, but a lot of work keeping it mowed. But yeah, they hit every spot. You see all those out there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got your little ant piles. Got to make sure those aren't around the trees. Yeah, great job. Great job. I love it. So that's it. We could take a walk back through here and I could show you up under the trees going towards the house if you want. Right through here is all the trees, so 71 trees. So at some point in the future, hopefully I'll get to see it. I'm sure I will. The Elliots take quite a while to start producing pecans, but the desirable pecan tree, and that's what it's called, it starts producing in 8 to 10 years, and I think per tree it's 15 pounds of pecans per tree. But this kind of gives you an insight. So all that'll be trees at some point. So this still, the land's been cleared a lot. This still right here needs to be cleared, worked on. We're just gonna walk through here, if y'all don't mind. We're just gonna walk through here and hope we don't see any wild animals. I don't think they're gonna be out right now, but whoever knows. Oh, and then look at these Indian paintbrushes. So these are so pretty, which I've shown y'all these before. I'm gonna take a good look at this one. So that was my mom's favorite. So look at this beautiful flower. I love it so much. It's so pretty. And the camera does such a great job. It really does. So these right here, and that's the wind blowing. That's not me shaking. There's no adrenaline rush today because I'm not with purses and jewelry in a thrift. So anyway, that's your Indian paintbrushes. Look how gorgeous those are. Wow, the picture is just phenomenal, I think. Look at that. One thing that my friend Deborah Lauiffy used to say, y'all know Deborah from the channel, she passed in April of last year. Matter of fact, I don't remember the exact date, but she'd always say, take time to smell the roses. Take time to smell the roses. These aren't roses, but still take time to smell the flowers and view the beauty around the world, for sure. And she would always say that. Are you sure that you're taking time for yourself? I believe so. So you can see how I staggered them out here. You got one right there. So really the last big project here, besides babying these pecan trees to get them up and going. Again, wild hogs. I should have shown you the deer tracks back there. I did not show you the deer tracks. Oh my gosh, what was I thinking? Let me see if I can see some in here. I should have shown you the deer tracks because you would appreciate then what I'm telling you about animals. Love them, but you know, they can be destructive. And they don't mean to be, necessarily. So here's a little crossing. We might can see some deer tracks here. Maybe, let's see. Here we are. So yeah, I don't have to take you back to the land, but they have. So here's your raccoon. There's your raccoon tracks. You can see how pretty that is. And probably, where was that hog waller? I'll show you it in a second. You asked what a hog waller is. It's where water is. The hogs just waller in it. True story. Here's you some deer tracks. Right there. Right, that might be a hog track right there. I'm not sure. Might be a hog track. It's a little too muddy to know. Guess what I'm wearing out here? Just tennis shoes. So now we're just strolling through the woods. Now if I take off running, y'all run with me because I don't know if there's going to be a snake out here or what. Okay, so that back there was probably hog tracks. Here's your deer tracks. One night I saw 7 deer in the camera. So right there, you're going to see it. You see those right there? 7 deer in the camera. So those are deer tracks right there. Kind of give you a side profile. But they all just trod through their little space. I did, on the way here today, I did see 2 hogs run across the road. Is that unusual? Well, in the daytime, maybe. And I'm telling you, spider webs too. So this is a hog waller right here, y'all. Look at this. See that right there? And mosquitoes. So those hogs will get in that and waller around. Like a pig in mud. They will. So now we're at the very back. There's the fence. We're at the very back. I'm gonna take you up through here. Am I allergic to poison ivy? I am. What is that right there? It is. It absolutely is. So it's me, Angie. Do you see them beautiful pecan trees? But you know, all you can do out here, y'all, is just take a deep breath and relax and enjoy the space. As the world grows bigger and bigger, you just relax and enjoy the space. Is all you can do. I don't recommend walking around out here at all. I do. But the Airbnb is actually fenced in about 1 acre. But I just wanted to show y'all around. So in here, it's taken a lot to keep all this clear underneath. You see a lot of dead limbs and things. Those are going to get cleaned up eventually. Some of these trees have sadly, unfortunately, died off. And then right up here is a hawk nest. Look at this. Let's see if we can zoom in. I figure once the pecans start producing, you're going to see a lot of squirrels. So there's your hawk nest right there. In Florida, I love the hawks. Why do I love the hawks? They keep the varmint population down. That's why we love the hawks. This is one of my favorite oaks right here. Always has been. It's not as big as the ones in Florida, but I still like it. It is beautiful. I've dreamt of building a little cabin up in these trees. And I'm talking about like a 600 square footer or less. But a person can dream, right? So I'm dreaming about it. Don't know if it'll ever happen. It might happen. Not sure. So look at all this. So Bob, I have not seen Bob. Like I told you, I have not seen Bob in a long time. I don't know where Bob is. Bob has not been around since I've been here. When I came in to the house, do I talk too much? Or not enough? Well, don't answer that in the comments. All these leaves are natural, what would you call it, where it doesn't let grass grow. So now I'm looking around because if I hear something creak, I may take off running. If I take off running, y'all just run with me. Don't ask what's going on till we're done. So look how majestic all these trees are. And the eclipse should be amazing from here. I'm hoping that there's not any shadow or anything like that. But look at this. You just kind of, there's a good breeze going. That tree right there, got to get rid of that one because it's dead. Makes for good firewood, but I buy firewood from the guy across the street here. This one right here is obviously had its day. Was beautiful before. Pines, why do I love pines? I love oaks. I love pines because when the wind's blowing through those pine trees, it always sounds so wonderful and relaxing. Wonderful and relaxing. But yeah, normally I'd wear boots out here, but I'm not. Today I'm wearing shoes. Shoes. And I'll do another video of the Airbnb probably after April 15th. But y'all have seen that one before. And there it is right there. So we've made a full circle, y'all. Look at that. We have made a full circle all the way around this land. You see that pile right over there? That will get burned at some point. So that's a pile of dead trees. But we have made a full circle around this land. We have. So I've been a busy boy. So I apologize that I have not had sales, and that is why. So now you know. But I'm glad to take you on this little walk around. What, 35 minutes? My gosh. Some of my thrifting videos aren't that long. So you see these trees, these got to be cleaned up. These got to be. That's not even the right way to say it, is it? These got to be cleaned up, y'all. But still, a work in progress. But really nice. I love it. Look how pretty that all is. I mean, really, you need a hammock out here. So that's it. We're gonna head on back up here to the house. I'm gonna put out the outdoor furniture. My friend Monique is coming in tonight at 11 p.m. Other visitors tomorrow. I'm gonna put out the outdoor furniture. House does not need to be cleaned, I don't think, on the inside. I am gonna sweep it real quick. But thanks again for hanging out. It's me, Angie. I hope you enjoyed that. So those trees are not majestic yet, but they will get there, I'm sure, in a few years. Hear those birds? Look at the treetops swaying. Look at that. Hear that traffic? And this is the country. It used to not be that loud. A lot of 18-wheelers that go to Oklahoma getting dirt. But that's the treetops, y'all. So happy Saturday. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting the channel. Come to the next live sale. Those are usually on Saturdays at 8:30 or 9 Eastern Standard Time. Unless I'm in Texas, then it's going to be Central Standard Time, 8:30 or 9. You'll love it. You don't have to purchase anything from me. Just be in there in the hen den. We've got a great group. I think you'll make long-lasting friends in my channel. We call it the hen den. So until next sale, y'all have a good weekend. Hopefully you'll get to see the eclipse, at least partial eclipse. And I will see y'all in the next thrifting video or the next sale. Have a good weekend. Bye.